Hello, welcome. It's Wednesday. It is a wet Wednesday here where I am. I am Shannon Kerr, and I am an EFT practitioner as well as a numerologist, and I am a mom. And I am using these tools to help manage all my emotions, everything that comes up with my parenting journey. And I am learning how to bring these tools to you. So I'm going to read a little bit about what I wrote in what we're going to talk about today because I liked what I wrote. We're going to talk about relationship style, specifically in the home, because we're moms. If your house was a ship, what would it be? Organized Navy fleet, mayhem with your pirate crew, or are you on the love boat? We're going to talk and tap about bringing cooperation. So, yeah, I know from my experience that very often moms end up being the ones who are running the household, whether you are a single parent or part of a partnership. Uh, the the organization very often falls on us, and this is not a secret. The studies have been done on the mental load that moms have. So today there is the energy, the numerology contract of the Two of Spades. And I love looking at these energies to really understand what is happening out there in the universe and helping to work with the energy rather than feeling like everything's happening to me. So, this Two of Spades energy, Spades is always about um, engaging self mastery. And the two is asking you how you can look at your relationships, those, self love reflected in others, and asking yourself as well where you could have some more flexibility. Along with the universal energy of one, where, like, what ideas are coming up and what new methods or new conversations could be had today. So, if you asked your family, everyone in your closest environment, how would your family describe your leadership style? I know from listening to my kids, I have a 15-year-old and a 6-year-old, and it has been said quite a few times that mom is the boss. And I sometimes enjoy that role, and sometimes I wish I wasn't the boss. Or why do I have to be the final answer? Why do I have to be the bad guy? Oftentimes, when it comes to things like screen time or snacks or bedtime or, all those things that moms generally are the ones who are monitoring all the levels in the home. So when you sit and think about your role, your leadership style, how does it feel for you? Do you feel like you're running the love boat right now? Or is it a little bit more like everybody's fending for themselves and it's a constant battle? Or maybe you've got things super organized, but it feels very rigid, and there's not a lot of fun, like space for fun. It's very like everything happens this way because mom wants us all to do things this way. So yeah, noticing what, as you consider what sensations come up, what emotions come up. And for those of you watching live, feel free to post in the comments. I may not know who you are because StreamYard does a thing where, you know, it says you can't say the name or whatever, but I can still use your feedback. And for those of you watching the recording, just even if you want to pause and just notice, like, what kind of leader am I in my house? And what emotions come up with that label? And finally, where do you hold those feelings? I'm just reading one of the comments. My ship is mutiny at the moment, but it's almost a Navy ship. Hi, Dawn. Yeah. And even different times of day or different periods of the week, there may be times that, like, ooh, it's all smooth sailing. And then there's other times when ooh, it feels like, yeah, the rats are jumping ship. So for myself, there's these sensations of, is grumpy a feeling? I think grumpy's a feeling, right? And that sensation of just heaviness on my shoulders and in my chest when I'm thinking about all the things that get organized in this household. And also those times when, I don't know if you've experienced this, but when you walk in a room and everybody's like, well, let's see what mom says if we're allowed to do this. I'm like, really? Do I have to be the fun police? Or can I just be part of this home where we all have the same intentions to, stay healthy and enjoy our lives together? Why do I have to be the one in charge of all this stuff? Yeah, you hate that too. It happens. I have a home with 2 levels. So it happens to me twice. When I walk downstairs, my parents live downstairs, and my parents are very different from when they were grandparents or when they were parents. Now they're grandparents. And yeah, all bets are off. It's like there's candy and there's screen time all over the place. And I walk into the room and both my mom and my daughter are like, oh, she's here. It's like, come on, guys. Like, I don't want to be the fun police. I want us all to be on the same page. All right. So we're going to tap on that. So whenever we tap, the first thing is to really get comfortable in your space. I have tried tapping on walks or driving. I don't recommend it because you really can't connect fully with your body. It's good to pause and just settle into wherever you are. So taking a few deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth, and noticing the breath coming in and leaving. And allow your body to relax just a little bit more. Notice the sensation of sitting on your seat. Allow that seat to support you a little bit more. Feel your feet on the ground. And imagine, you can have your eyes open or closed. Imagine that you are just drawing a bubble up around yourself just for these few moments. Whatever was happening earlier today and whatever is coming up later is outside of this bubble. So right here is your time just for you. And we're going to start tapping on the side of the hand, starting with 3 setup phrases. Oh, thanks, Dawn. Go feed those soggy animals. So Even though I feel like I have too many responsibilities, and I don't always like my leadership style. That's okay. I still love and accept all parts of me. Even though when I think about everything that has to get done, and I get frustrated that I am the one organizing it, that's okay. I still love and accept all parts of me. Even though when I think about organizing this household, I feel the pressure of responsibility, and it weighs on my body. I thank my body for carrying this, and I am getting ready to find ways to release it today. Okay, now we're moving to the top of the head. All of these tasks, eyebrow point. Why do I have to be the boss? Side of the eye. This mental load makes me grumpy. Under the eyes. I can feel this responsibility weighing on my shoulders. Under the nose. I don't like being the mean mom. Under the mouth. Feels like I'm always the bad guy. Collarbone point. But if I don't organize things, what will happen? Under the arms. That's scary to think about. Under the chest. If I don't keep things in order, this house will be mayhem. Wrist point, and nobody really appreciates everything I do. Ouch. Top of the head. I have to keep everything organized. Eyebrow point. I wonder if there's a way. Side of the eye. That I can be a different kind of leader. Okay, take a breath. And if you're watching live or watching the recording, let me know how that feels. Venting, I always feel like I should give a warning at the beginning of venting. So, and I honestly, I always forget to check the intensity. Sorry. But noticing how intense those feelings were at the beginning on a scale of 1 to 10 or 0 to 10. That feeling of frustration, of responsibility falling on your shoulders. How heavy was that? And by now, venting it will help to bring that number down most of the time. Sometimes it will go up because we've voiced something that your body has been holding on to for a while, but that's okay. We can still tap through it. So my intention, how do I want to feel in my home? How do I want everyone to feel in my home? And what's getting in the way from that is the question to consider now. I don't want everybody to be thinking I'm the bad guy. I want to be part of the group. So, but when I walk in the room and people react in that way, that feels like a trigger for me, that I end up almost taking on that personality because they reacted like that. So taking this question now or statement, fill in the blanks, and that will bring up the feelings for you. When family members don't help and everything seems to fall on me, I feel blank. So if you're listening later, think what jumps in your head? I feel it almost feels like a betrayal. It feels unfair. It feels very out of balance. Again, with the boat, if we were on the boat, everything's kind of sliding over to my side. So, and now imagining the possibility. I want a home that feels balanced, like everyone is pitching in, but this need for order gets in the way for me. For you, you can fill that sentence in again. I want a home that feels blank, but new blank gets in the way. What's getting in the way? Because people don't listen, because there's too much to do and no one to do it. So let's tap again and see if we can bring in some new possibilities. Even though I'm still feeling frustrated about the imbalance in our household, I'm starting to get curious about how I can shift my role in all of this. Especially because I want a home that feels like we're all working together with the same goals. I'm getting ready to release my expectations. And I love myself completely. Even though I want a home that runs smoothly, I'm realizing that maybe the other people in my home have different expectations. And I'm getting curious about how we can all work together so that we all enjoy our space. Okay, top of the head. Why do I react like the mean mom? Eyebrow point. I wonder what would happen if I didn't get mad. Side of the eye. How would it feel to let some of these rules be a little more flexible? Under the eyes. Is it more important for me to have this house running a certain way? Under the nose, rather than everyone having a good time? Under the mouth. How can I help us all focus on what's most important? collarbone point. What's most important is that we're all healthy and happy. Under the arms. How would it feel to release some of these importances under the chest and focus on a home filled with love and joy? Wrist point. I'm getting ready to practice reacting in a different way. Top of the head. So that I can move out of my boss position. Eyebrow point. And make it safe for everyone to collaborate. Okay, for those watching live, did anything come up for you? Yeah, I feel maybe I have been relishing the boss role that I've got. Maybe some conversations need to be had about how everyone in the home wants to feel. I'm not saying let's just throw everything out the window and, eat Fruit Loops all day long, but maybe some of these rules are coming from my childhood as to how I was taught to believe that a household should look in the way it's run. So, yeah, some conversation. That thought of my way or the highway also popped up. Have you ever had that sensation with your kids? Like it's this way or it's this way. It's only this way. It's my way. And that's it. That's the only choice you get. I have worked with children for the most of my life. And I know that as soon as you say it's my way or the highway, they will find their own road. And yeah, especially toddlers and, well, my teen's pretty good, but yeah, when you put up a barrier, they will find a way to get over it. So having that flexibility and the conversations with your family to say, how do you want things to happen? With the understanding that our goal is to have a healthy and happy home where everyone is able to function at their best. How do you want that to look? And how can you participate in that? All right, let's do one more round and we'll finish up. Thank you so much for those who are watching afterwards. I'd love to hear your feedback of, maybe a new family meeting is coming up, a new family order. Just had a ministry song jump in my head. All right. Even though I have been feeling like the big boss of my house, I am getting ready to relinquish that role and open the door for a new community to emerge. Especially because I love my family. And I want us all to flourish, including me. I am releasing the need for perfection. And I love and accept all parts of me. Even though when we started, I was feeling frustrated because the responsibilities felt heavy. I realize that I haven't offered to share those responsibilities that much. And I'm getting ready to change that. On top of the head. I am giving myself permission to ease the expectations. Eyebrow point. We are not trying to win any awards. Side of the eye. The biggest goal I have as a mom, under the eyes, is for my children to be happy, healthy, and safe. Under the nose. So maybe it's okay to look at changing some of these rules. Under the mouth. I am putting the boss position down. Collarbone, and I am opening the door for collaboration. Under the arms. It's okay to adjust my standards. Under the chest. I am safe to express my frustrations. Wrist point. And welcome cooperation. Top of the head. It's exciting to move past this. Eyebrow point. I feel like we are starting a new voyage. Side of the eye. And I'm ready to begin working in cooperation. Under the eyes. With mutual goals of healthy, safe, and fun. Okay. That is a wrap for the session. Tapping out this frustration and choosing a new level of cooperation. So if you're listening later, I would love to hear your feedback. And please share this with a mom friend who could use a little boost of support. Because yes, we do carry the mental load, but it's also okay to relax and enjoy the experience. So thank you so much, and I will be back next week with a new session. All right, have a great week.